Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sonic Love. So in today's video, I'm going to do a mega showcase of as many GameCube games as possible running on the RG505. This has been an absolute joy. I've really enjoyed using it. The Retro Pocket 3 is another similar device. Some people prefer it over this, but personally this has been my go-to and I've really enjoyed it. So I did say I was going to do an individual showcase of emulation on it and breakdown of each emulator, and this will be a mega showcase, so it will be a long one guys, but I hope you enjoy. Let me know if there's any games I've missed and you wish to see. A like would be fantastic, a subscribe would be even better, and without further delay, let's get right into the video. So I'm going to kick things off with Mario Sunshine, and then it will just be a general showcase of the games. I am using MMJR 2. There is different builds that you can use. The original Dolphin, or there's many different variants of Dolphin itself. There's MMJR itself, and also MMJR for handhelds as well. Dolphin for handhelds, I think it's called. All have different emulation performance per game, so it really is tricky to do a video on that. Because there's so many settings you have to go through and so many different versions of Dolphin. It is a bit of trial and error. But yep, let's kick things off with Super Mario Sunshine. I have done a quick load. You will face a few dips. But surprisingly, it does run at 30 FPS majority of the time. So I will run around and do some tricks. So I'm going to do a quick save. I'm going to exit out. We're going to go to custom settings. So we're going to hold our finger on it. Custom game settings. We're going to go to general. We're going to go to emulator clock speed. I'm going to take it to 100%. Well, 105. I'm going to save it. Go to graphics. We're using Vulkan. And we'll load it up again and see if changing the emulator speed makes a difference. We're going to go to quick load. This is running on the native resolution. So it doesn't really seem to have changed much. So let's exit emulation. Go back to custom settings. We're going to go to general. We're going to underclock. going to go to 40%. I'm going to do a quick load. And we'll try again. So at the moment, as you can see, we're getting about 17 frames per second. So the reasons why I'm going to do one game is just to show you the difference between the emulators themselves, performance, and what to expect and what to do just to make sure that things change. So as you can see, we're still getting quite slow performance. So we're going to go to exit emulation, go back to custom settings. We're going to go to graphics settings this time, and we're going to swap out from Vulkan to OpenGL. Load the game. Quick load. And we're getting 1 frame less than what we were on Vulkan. So the next thing to do is try overclocking. So we're going to do exit emulation. Custom settings. General. Emulator clock speed, and we're going to take it up to 130. We're still going to use OpenGL. So we're going to go to exit emulation. I know it seems like a pain in the arse, guys, but this is what you have to do to get the best out of it. I always get asked, what settings do you use? How do you do it? And this is exactly the process that I do with every single one. So I'm going to change the graphics this time. I'm going to go back to Vulkan backend because it seems to be better for this game. I'm going to keep the overclock. Again, I'm going to... And now we're getting 21 frames, 19 to 21 frames, which I wouldn't say is perfect, but it's an improvement. But still, I would say it's unplayable on MMJR2. So let's exit out of it completely. And let's check out MMJR. So we're going to go to the same game. I'm going to go to custom settings. I'm going to go to general. Emulator clock speed, it's at 70. Let's keep it on that. Let's go to graphics settings. OpenGL, let's keep it on that for now. Let's test it out.
User instruction. Use the R button to shoot water from my tank. If you press the R button all the way down, you can stop and shoot. You can then use the control stick to aim in any direction. Press the X button to switch to the hover nozzle.
So I'll get to the same bit, guys. I'll just show you the start here. Just to show you that it runs at 30. There will be a bit of shader cache, a few dips, but that's about it. But it should straighten itself out pretty quick. And then I'll get to the same level as what I did on the previous MMJR2 and go through the same settings just to find out which one works best. As I say, it is a pain in the neck, but this is the joys of emulation. So it does seem to be running a lot better on MMJR. The FPS is in the top left hand corner and we're a solid 30. Okay, so the pre-configuration that I already set up was pretty good anyway, but the first one is obviously where you need to change the settings to find out if it has the optimal performance. We're hitting 29 to 30 on here on the FPS, and as you can see, it's running a lot better in the main area itself, the city. And it is a lot more enjoyable and a lot more playable. Even when you're running on top of the buildings, we're still having a pretty good success rate. So MMJR2, this game is not playable even when you tinker around and mess around with the settings, but MMJR, it's working perfectly fine, as you can see. So it really is just a case of tinkering and trial and error. I hope this little guide helps in order for you to just test out, and the same process goes with any GameCube games or Wii games that you have. You just go through the same process and hopefully you'll reach a perfect settings configuration that is a lot better. Do try multiple different versions of emulating clock speed, ranging from 10 right the way up to 150. I'd say maybe 175, and do it in 5% increments. That's what I normally do. I know it's a long process, but it definitely makes it worthwhile when you do find a perfect configuration and makes the game a lot more playable. What I'll do, guys, is I'll just go off camera. I'll get to that first level and just show you the difference there also. Okay, so we're back to that level, and as you can see, it's not perfect, but it is running a million times better than what it was. You'll still see occasional dips, but nowhere near as bad. And a bit of shader cache. As you can see, it's definitely running a lot better. In my eyes, it is definitely playable. And a really nice experience. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through as many games as I can, just showcasing the actual gameplay. This was just more like a guide on how to set it up and what to actually do. Yeah, there's many different versions of Dolphin, as I've said, so it really is trial and error, but they're the steps and processes that I go through to get the best performance. And as you can see now, I've got Mario Sunshine running really well on here. Not the best, but it's definitely playable and enjoyable. Again, I've used the same settings process as what I showed at the beginning of the video to get the best possible performance, and we are running at 60 frames. I'm on this OLED screen on the RG505. It's running amazing. What a start. As you can see, 60 frames, guys. Between 27 and 30 FPS you'll get out of Wind Raker. but again, still playable. 30 FPS. Twilight Princess runs really well. So solid 30 FPS right the way through, guys. Really, really nice.
ships. Avoid the Armada's fire. Aim for Oikon's flagship.
Here we go! Hey, Slippy, don't get cocky.
Slippy, you've already got bogeys on your tail.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Ouch! This happens because you're reckless. Be more careful.
Cornelia Army now commencing third volley of cannon fire. Andross's ships are being destroyed one after the other. We can't give up now.
Andros' fleet is dead ahead. They're everywhere.
Okay, Falco and Slippy, take the left side. Crystal and Butts, take the right. Everyone strike, now!
All right. Hit them hard and don't hold back. Excellent! The enemy's offensive power is down!
What's that? Some kind of prototype? That beam's devastating! Watch out, Fox! Whoa, to deflect its attack! Soul Calibur 2. She rides the wind freely, singing her wing songs.
Don't worry, Talum. Believe in yourself.
Battle 1, fight! Welcome to Sega Soccer Slam. I'm Tony Sticks. Sunset Arena.
Getting 60 out of this one, guys, when it plays.
Tis a great day for a pony scrap. The beach. Thank you, friendly people. Here's Rico.
Loser.
Rico. Soldier Diablo. Madeira. Rico. Here's Dante. Jack El Diablo. Jangus. Skip back, people. Hang on to your padding. Now here's Rico. Oh, Madeira. Not happy, happy. Last note. El Diablo. Muscle down. A goal, a goal. Was that a beautiful goal or what?
Justice in the fire.
Resident Evil 4.
A solid 30 out of this one, guys. So I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. If there is anything else that you wish me to showcase on here, I will do another video. As you can see, they take a lot of time and I don't want to do it too long. If there's anything you want me to see testing on the Dolphin for handhelds, to see if you prefer that or you want to see a video on that, then just let me know. A like would be awesome, guys. It really does help me reach a wider audience and helps the channel out profusely. And obviously a sub, I'd be very appreciative of that as well. I'd say, guys, I'd love to know what you think of the performance. Did the guide on setting it up and trying to get the best out of this, did that help? Even for the likes of lower end games like Pikmin, you can go upscale and go to 3x, I think. But all the games that I showcased today were native, but that's another one that you can mess around with. But love to know what you think, guys. I think this is an absolute banger of a handheld. Really is solid. I've really enjoyed using it. And as always, guys, take care.